Your Imperial Highness, Prime Minister, Ministers, Excellencies, dear friends, welcome once again to the Arctic Circle Assembly. And as you saw from this introduction, we have managed in the last decade or so to make this the paramount global platform, not only for discussions on the future of the Arctic, but also the future of our planet, the glaciers, the oceans, the transformation over to clean energy and how to use natural resources, the respect and the involvement of the communities and the indigenous people in different parts of the world. And we are extremely honored and pleased that in these challenging times, with all the problems and the difficulties that we have all witnessed in recent years, where the international system in many ways is under not just challenges, but maybe also threats, the Arctic Circle and its momentum seem to be moving from strength to strength, whereas many other platforms, not just on the Arctic, but also different aspects of the international cooperation, either seems to be in trouble or retreating, or some of them even withdrawn. We believe fundamentally that it is of utmost importance to keep engaging anyone, and I emphasize anyone, who has something to contribute to the international dialogue and cooperation. And that has, from the very beginning, been the fundamental principle of the Arctic Circle. This is not just a gathering where people of power and leadership in different areas come up and make speeches and statements and so on. This is basically a gathering of dialogue and cooperation where each and every participant has the same right to stand up and speak and put questions and challenge those in authority and responsibility from anywhere in the world or from any area. This form of democratic accountability is a fundamental part of who we are. It is demonstrated through how the program is created by opening up for proposals in the beginning of the year and then receiving many hundreds of formal proposals from different countries in different parts of the world and from different agencies and partners. So to some extent, the program of the Arctic Circle Assembly is created by you, not by us, although we've had some role, especially in the plenary sessions. There were many people who told me when I launched the Arctic Circle that this new 21st century model of engaging on international affairs would never work because people of power, whether they were representing government or businesses or science or whatever, would never subject themselves to that kind of accountability or questions, but they have. So now, thanks to you and those who have participated before, we have actually proved that this new democratic model of engaging in the 21st century actually works. So once again, we have well over 2,000 people from 70 countries representing almost any level of importance for the future of our planet. But as you will see in this plenary session, the success of it does not depend primarily on the speakers who will come up here on the stage. The success of it will depend on you, on the questions you put and the issues you raise. So in every part of this program, I will open up the floor to any one of you. I often say to others explaining this, that in most cases I have no idea who the people are who stand up, and I have absolutely no idea what kind of questions they are going to ask. It is the fundamental unpredictability of the democratic process. and it works. So therefore, I not only encourage you and invite you, I also urge you to don't hesitate. Just put up your hand wherever you are. We will have more lights in the hall then. And there are people here with microphones in different parts of the hall, and they will run to you, and you can state your name and state your questions, and try to be quick. It's not an opening to make statements. It is a way to direct your views and questions to those who are on the stage. So I hope, in the spirit of this openness and democratic involvement, that you will play your role very effectively, because, as I said before, it's fundamentally up to you. But let me also thank all of you and also the representatives of so many different governments in different parts of the world, whether they are in Europe or Asia, or North America or wherever, to have come together here, and leaders of scientific institutions in many different parts of the world. It is of utmost importance to demonstrate to the rest of the world that we can come together like this. Also with the huge number of young people, young activists from different parts of the world who have traveled a long way to be here with us. It is, to me, a demonstration that in this new century it is possible to conduct international cooperation in a new way. Not just around formal desks when ministers gather with the names of the countries in front of them, but in a platform where anyone who has anything to contribute can play a part, whether it's the young activist or president of a country, on the same level, with the same right, and will be heard also. So with these words, I thank all of you for having traveled such a long way to be here with us. And as you know, the first speaker after me here will be the new Prime Minister of Iceland. And perhaps it is a sign of a new generation doing things differently. She chose not to make a speech, but to engage with you and me on the stage. So with these words, I welcome Kristrún Frostadóttir, the Prime Minister of Iceland, to the stage, and urge all of you to be ready with your questions.